everyone, and welcome back to It All Starts With a Wish podcast. My name is Rachel.
And I'm Mark. So, lots happening in Walt Disney World right now. If you were not paying attention, a portion of Dinoland USA closed.
Sad day.
So, the area that was kind of like the carnival-like atmosphere, where Chester and Hester's...
not rides. Games.
The games, yeah. And there was a ride, Triceratops Spin, and... So
Primeval Whirl, R.I.P.
Primeval Whirl's been gone.
I know
it
has,
now.
And it's really sad. That's the only ride I'm gonna miss.
Well, you've been missing it for a while already.
I have been missing it for a while
because it's actually been torn down, not just closed.
I
but
know,
obliterated.
It's not there. Bye bye. Anyways,
if
I like that ride.
You know, you'll get the bye bye.
Oh no, I can't make him laugh today. No laughing for Mark on this episode.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a cough thing going on right now.
So does everybody in the world.
Probably, yeah. So that is happening. That is progress towards the tropical Americas area that's coming to Walt Disney World.
Sorry, I'm full of them today.
You are. You're punchy today. Usually I'm the punchy one. What's going on?
I don't know. I've lost it.
So that is coming to Animal Kingdom. The tropical Americas will replace eventually Dinoland USA. Do not worry, though, if you are a fan of Dinosaur. You have about a year from the time of posting this to ride Dinosaur one last time. Relax. Ride Dinosaur with me. One last time.
Only Hamilton fans will understand. But yay, I get to ride it one more time, and then I'll never have to ride it again.
Yeah, and I'm going to make you. You have to ride it.
I know. I do feel like I have to.
Yes.
Because it's going to be the last time.
We have to get one more, you scared out of your...
as my sister would say...
Poop in your pants.
This is for children. I don't understand why you're scared. They're fake dinosaurs.
Petrified.
And I said it doesn't matter.
Every time petrified.
I can't even imagine going on the Jurassic World one in Universal. I would probably literally just vomit.
Do you think that's worse?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You ever seen the glass thing? And then it comes and breaks the glass? The scary underwater one? Mm-mm. And you mix water and dinosaurs into that? It's my two fears. Something coming up and biting you. Like Jaws.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it's a dinosaur doing that to you? Just 10 times worse. 100,000 times worse.
Someone is psychoanalyzing this conversation somewhere. There's a lot, here. You're giving them a lot of...
There's a lot up here in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, you're giving them
a lot. We should look at it. Something's wrong up there.
You're giving them a lot of content. Anyways, also happening just this past Friday before the... posting of this, the Epcot Festival of the Arts opened.
Yes. I like the Festival of the Arts.
Festival of the Holidays is over. Has been over now for a few weeks, but the Festival of the Arts has started.
I know we talked about this, and we have talked about the festivals in previous episodes. So
we've ranked them.
Ranked them. And I do just have to reiterate, obviously go back and listen, but I do think that the Festival of the Arts is underrated. And it's at a bad time of year.
Yeah.
I feel like no one knows about it and or wants to go. But if you want to go to it, this is the time of year to do it. It's January into February, into March, early March. Then Flower and Garden starts.
Flower starts in March. Flower and Garden starts in March.
So there's a little week and a half in there that there's a little, nothing happening as they switch over from Festival of the Arts to Flower and Garden.
Your call is important to us. Please wait for the next available agent to answer your call. Festival.
I could have just done it.
The Arts. Running this year from January 17th to February 24th.
Yeah, the end of February, yeah. And then there'll be, like I said, a week and a half until Flower and Garden. And those dates are...
March 5th through June 2nd.
Wow. So like I said, very short time there.
Festival of the Arts
It's
and
really small.
the Festival of the Holidays are both the two shortest.
Yeah.
Actually, Festival of the Holidays is a little bit shorter than the Festival of the Arts, but they are definitely the shorter ones.
Yeah. Which is sad. I wish that there was more opportunity, especially for people who don't usually typically go in January or February. But if you need a reason to go and get out of the snow, if you're from the northern part of the states here or northern part of the world, go.
I think it's time for a dad joke.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready.
Did you hear about the movie version of the Merriam-Webster dictionary?
I have not.
It was a defining moment in cinema. I love the pause
Don't
and
laugh.
then the laugh.
Don't laugh.
You can't help it, though.
No.
You know you have to laugh.
It's really bad.
You know you have to
A
laugh, though.
defining moment.
Thanks.
All right. That was.
What are we talking about today?
So, as said in our last episode, we are going to be doing a mini series, I think, is kind of what this will be, on a back to basics of Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm. I want to let you all know before we actually start doing this that we have a very big disagreement of what back to the basics means.
Yes, and you can let us know who you agree with, which is going to be me. So, anyways, back to the basics for me is listening to other potential clients and our friends or family who really just have said things like, is Animal Kingdom just a big zoo? And then kind of the realization that like people think like Epcot and like all of the places are together in one park and that there's not 4 parks. And there are people out there who don't know as much as we know about Disney, which we all know this, but they really don't know. So for me, a back to basics is going to be, if you have never been to Walt Disney World before, this is going to be your crash course. Not too much detail. Mark over there.
This is where the disagreement arises from.
I just don't want to overwhelm people.
That it should be a crash course, and that we need to tell people.
It's a crash course. You don't have to.
I think we should go land by land.
I'm speechless. I have nothing to say.
I think we should go land by land, take a few lands every episode.
I agree
and literally
with that,
talk about everything that is in that land.
No, I think that's too much. A crash course is like, this is Magic Kingdom. It has this amount of lands. This is like your highlights. It's your highlight reel of each park and your basic information that you should know. Basic information for me does not include the menu at Sleepy Hollow.
I wasn't going that far.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
But the fact that Sleepy Hollow is a restaurant in Liberty Square, I felt like should be mentioned.
Okay, but like to go over every dining establishment, and that's not basic. That's a very in-depth approach to.
But we're not going over everyone. We're just mentioning that it's there in that land. I'm not giving you a...
Okay, I just feel like that's a lot of information. That's all. So if you agree with me, you can let me know. But I just think that's a...
Should we post the poll?
I don't know. I guess.
Well, you're going to get Rachel's version because she won the argument. Surprise, surprise.
Yay! No, I think we can name the things in there. I just don't think we need to go over every little detail and every little shop.
You let us know if you like the way that we do it this week, and if you like the way we do it this week, then we'll do it for the next parks next week.
We're going to name every single shop there is, too? Like, that's a lot. I don't think that's necessary. You just say that there's shopping on Main Street. You don't have to name each of the places.
Whatever.
Anyway, okay. Well, we can agree to disagree.
One of my favorite quotes that I think sums up the Magic Kingdom.
No, back up.
Go ahead.
We're going to start with Magic Kingdom. As Mark almost gave away. But
I did give it away.
You gave it away. But we're going to start there because it was the first park. And now, Mark, he loves this quote about Magic
Well,
Kingdom.
no, back up.
Oh, jeez.
We should explain first that if this is really basics, that there are only
You're being
four...
so hostile. Okay, yes, I agree.
I shouldn't
there
say
are
only.
four. Let's go back. Here's Walt Disney World. Walt Disney World has 4 different themed parks. Yes, Magic Kingdom being one of them. We
Yes.
have Magic Kingdom, we have Epcot, we have Animal Kingdom, and we have Hollywood Studios. Those are your 4 main parks. There's also Disney Springs, which is a public, non-ticketed outdoor dining and mall type area.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have a plethora of resorts. Okay? That's Walt Disney World in a nutshell.
Good word.
All right.
Plethora.
Plethora.
Not used enough.
No.
Really.
But we're going to be focusing on Magic Kingdom
This week.
this week.
Because it is the first park that opened in Walt Disney World, along with 2 resort hotels, the Contemporary and the Polynesian. So that is kind of the origins, if you will, the genesis, if you will, of the Walt Disney World experience in Orlando, Florida.
Yes. Magic Kingdom opened October 1st, 1971.
It did. And in many ways, it's similar to what people, if you've been to Disneyland before, and you may think of the Disneyland theme park there, not California Adventure, that gets added much later, but the original Disneyland theme park, Magic Kingdom parallels in many ways that park. It has a lot of the same lands, it has a lot of the same experiences, a different castle worth pointing out, not Sleeping Beauty's castle, but rather Cinderella's castle in Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. But pretty much all of the same basic lands, similar experiences, similar rides. It is a amped up version, a little bit bigger version in some ways, in other ways not quite so, but in some ways, at least in sheer size.
Yeah. I think that the downfall to Disneyland was location, and this was even, I think, recognized by Walt, that this was only you can only expand so much in Anaheim, in the city. You're surrounded by other things, so there was only so much space for a lot of the things that he wanted. So Disney World in Central Florida, where there was just empty acreage to play with,
Literally 43 square miles.
literally just empty.
Over 27,000 acres.
That's crazy.
Huge.
Much more room to expand on ideas, much more room to,
It is
go big
about
or go
the
home.
same size as the entire city of San Francisco.
Wow. Crazy. Much more room, much more space.
Yes.
So, more ideas and more shebang went
Eventually.
into Walt Disney World eventually.
One of my favorite quotes, though, and you can see this when you enter into the Magic Kingdom theme park. You can also hear this at Disneyland theme park. But I think it sums up the park really well. It is this, quote, "Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy," end quote.
Beautiful.
So, I think in many ways we talk a lot about the Disney bubble, and when you enter into Walt Disney World, you feel like you've entered into this bubble and you can leave reality of the world behind when you're there and just enjoy yourself and be kid-like again and have fun and, not have all the worries of the world with you while you're there, not be burdened by those worries. I think Magic Kingdom is like a small encapsulation of that.
Yes.
The idea that you want to leave what's happening today and be transported in some ways back in time, in some ways to the future, and in other ways to just the world of fantasy. Which I think sums up the Walt Disney World Company quite well, too, in a broader sense.
Yeah, I definitely think Magic Kingdom is that quintessential Disney park that people think of, right? They think of Disneyland, and Disney World, they think of Magic Kingdom.
Look at you go. Big words today. Quintessential. Plethora. Like, you're just, firing on all cylinders today, and I'm over here, mopey dopey, and you're like...
One of us has to be ready to go. Okay, I don't think it's that bad. But no, I think those are the images and the feelings that people get when they think of the Disney company and especially the theme parks.
Yeah.
And that is, this is like the main one that people think of. They think of the big castle. They think of being a kid again, and this is it. So when we talk about yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy, you are also describing how Magic Kingdom is set up into different lands or themed areas in the park.
Tell me more.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Tell me more.
Okay. Well, you usually go on a whole thing about the hub. You like to do your little thing. Your little explanation of what it is. You do that better than I do.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, anyways, when you first go into Magic Kingdom, you are walking into Main Street, USA, which is themed after his own small town.
Walt's.
Well, who else would we be talking about?
I don't know. Could be mine.
You?
Yeah, could be.
After your hometown? Basically has all those, small streets, all the shops on the side. Just think of small town USA.
Good old Marceline, Missouri.
I always forget that he's from there. I feel like that's just a lot of people forget
about the states in the Midwest and central part of the United States.
It's like the middle child.
Flyover states, as some people refer to them as, which I don't think is fair to them.
No.
They're very nice places.
Yeah. Anyways.
Some of them are really flat. But
that is what Main Street USA is trying to encapsulate. See, I knew I was going to fall off at some point.
You were doing so good.
That's a word, right?
Encapsulate.
Yeah, see, I corrected myself.
You did. I don't know what you said the first
time. I just forgot the S. I just forgot the S. But that's the overall feel that, you're transported back in time into that small town USA. Mm-hmm. In the middle, at the end, is where you have the hub. Mm-hmm. Mark, care to take... I can't explain it as well as you can.
No, you please.
No,
You're doing so good. You should
I really can't.
No, go ahead.
So, at the end of Main Street USA...
No, you're doing it wrong.
Oh!
So, the basic...
Oh, here you go.
Geography, if you will, the basic setup of Walt Disney World theme park, and this actually is noted in theme park setup and theme park science, something called the hub and spoke model.
See, I didn't know the name of it.
So when you enter into Magic Kingdom, you walk down Main Street USA and you arrive at that hub in the center of the park, and from there the different lands radiate out from them, just like a bicycle wheel has a hub in the middle and then all the little spokes go out. That's the exact model of the Walt Disney World theme park. So 6 lands radiating out from a center point. The hub, also located at the hub, is the centerpiece of the park, Cinderella's Castle.
Very easy to find.
Yes. So those 6 lands are going to go around. We will go in clockwise order around the hub here. Main Street USA, Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasyland, and Tomorrowland. So the 6 lands that are around that main center area. We always suggest when you go and visit, basic rule of thumb, of course there are certain situations that can throw this off. If you're going early for extra magic hours, if you're staying at a Disney Resort hotel and you're getting there 30 minutes early, or there are different things. But our basic advice to people is go left first.
Yeah.
People tend to go right first. So most people will go into Tomorrowland.
Or they just tend to follow the crowd.
Or into Fantasyland first.
People usually just kind of go in that direction, and then people just kind of blindly follow where everyone else is going, because everyone's going that way, and we
heading on into Adventureland and Frontierland is a much better play. And please go back and listen to our episodes, 6 rides in 2 hours or whatever the heck it was called, about rope dropping Magic Kingdom. I think that you'll find that very helpful. Yeah, especially if you're going early in the morning.
But yeah, so you get down Main Street. Main Street is one of those spokes itself. You just walk into one and then meet in the middle. That hub is a great meeting point during vacations too. We talked about it in one of our last episodes for quiet places to kind of just relax. And it's just a good meeting point because it's easy to find. It's not anything real specific. It's a big castle, and you could usually see the castle from every land in some area, so you'll be able to find your way back to the center. So, are we going in clockwise order in our land?
We might as
things?
well.
Okay. So, our first land going to the left, not to the right.
What about Main Street, USA?
I just talked about.
Didn't really talk about it.
Okay. Main Street,
mentioned
USA.
it.
I did mention it.
I wanna walk down the middle of Main Street, USA.
All right, Main Street, USA. Here it is. Crash course. Highlights. Here's what we got. We have shopping. We have
Shopping.
We have multiple dining locations.
Dining locations.
And we have entertainment with characters.
Entertainment.
Can you
with
stop?
characters.
Are you done? With characters, other members of the town, like the firemen, and...
With characters.
No.
Other members of the town.
No.
And...
No. Stop.
You're no fun.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm forgetting the name of them, your favorite people.
The Dapper Dans.
I don't know why it was, like, not coming to me.
The melodious,
I know.
sweet, dulcet tones of the barbershop quartet that is the Dapper Dans on Main Street, USA.
Wow. We're really on one today.
You also can hear the Main Street Philharmonic. You can see the daily parade on Main Street, USA. It will also go through Frontierland and Liberty Square, too.
But it ends
But the
on
Festival
Main
of
Street,
Fantasy parade will end on Main Street, USA every day. You can also see those cavalcades, those shorter little character sights and sounds that move down Main Street.
You have
And
Mickey
of course,
and the gang and stuff,
one
too,
of the
meeting
best.
up there.
Yep, you can meet
Town
characters
Hall.
in Town Hall. Specifically Mickey Mouse, the one and only man, myth, the legend. Or I should say the mouse, the myth, the legend, I guess. Come on, that was good.
That was good.
And, of course, it is the ideal viewing location for the nighttime.
Nighttime?
Daily nighttime spectacular, I guess. Fine. Whatever.
Whatever it is.
Happily ever after.
Spectacular. Yes, it is a great viewing area. And like I said before,
The fireworks, if
with
you're not
Main Street,
in the know.
you're going to have all of your town things. It's all like kind of mimicked. So you have a bakery, you have an ice cream parlor, you have a confectionery. The part of that coffee stuff is Starbucks. Mm-hmm. For the people who need to know where that is located.
The Main Street Bakery is the Starbucks location.
Just so you know. And then you have the Emporium, which has every piece of clothing, ears, games, toys, all kinds of merchandise. The only second to that shopping thing would be in Disney Springs.
Probably the World of Disney.
Yeah, World of Disney would be the only kind of more so in Disney Springs. But this one has a lot of stuff. So if you're looking for something, and it goes across all parks, like you can find things from different, not just Magic Kingdom. You have Casey's
Your
Corner.
one-stop shop. Casey's Corner.
Casey's
Sorry,
Corner. You have Casey's Corner, which is based on baseball. Mm-hmm. You got your hot dogs. You got your corn dog nuggets. I know. Weird. Hot dogs. But they have all kinds of things. And other things, too. Yeah. They have pulled pork, like loaded fries. They have so many good things. Quick service, though. So you can kind of do the mobile order, or you can walk up, grab a seat outside. There's usually another entertainment cast member who's playing the piano. Plays a bunch of really hard and fun songs. And he goes really, really fast. So that's fun to watch. You also have...
Man, Casey's Corner is getting a lot of love right now.
I'm sorry. Do you not like it there?
I do.
Okay.
But
across
quick
the way,
service dining, sit-down dining, places like the Emporium, the Plaza Restaurant, Tony's Town Square.
Would you consider Crystal Palace also in that?
Didn't I say Crystal Palace?
No.
Wasn't that the first one I said? What did I say? Did I say the Emporium first?
Yeah, you said the Emporium.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Not the Emporium. The Emporium doesn't have food.
No sit down in the Emporium.
No.
Crystal Palace, the Plaza, Tony's Town Square. And then, as Rachel mentioned, too, you have those counter service options, Casey's Corner, the confectionery, the ice cream shop, all those kind of things, too. So, mainly, Main Street, USA, mainly Maine. 3 major things you can see and do there. Entertainment, shopping, and dining.
Yep.
The 2 exceptions to that, there's only really one, I'll even say 1.5 attractions in Main Street USA. There's really no rides.
Yeah.
The 1.5 exceptions is if you want to count the Main Street vehicles that drive up and down Main Street as a ride. I don't really. I think that's kind of more of an experience than a ride.
And don't you have to just like kind of luckily get it?
You have to time it right. It's usually early in the morning when they're out. They're usually not out later
you can't.
in the day.
It's not like
when
it's
it gets
available
too
all
busy
the
in the
time.
park, they put them away.
Yeah,
it's
they
too
don't want
busy
to run
on
over
Main Street.
people.
Yeah, you don't
know.
want to run a kid over. That's a bad look.
No.
And the actual, like, one attraction there would be the Walt Disney World Railroad.
Yes.
When you walk in, you scan your ticket at the gate, you look up that building that you see, that is the train station for the Walt Disney World Railroad.
Yeah, and the train station we'll talk about in other lands have different stops and stations throughout Magic Kingdom, but that is just kind of the main one right at the beginning of the park. So it does bring you through all the lands, but it stops back at Main Street USA.
Through all the lands, both near and far.
What are you even talking about?
I don't know. It was the way that you said it.
Oh.
Like, it felt like you needed to, like, say it fancy. I don't know. Anyways.
Adventureland. Going to the left, we have Adventureland. I like it. I feel like Adventureland is kind of small.
For adventure.
I don't know. I feel like it's like...
It is a smaller
It's
land.
small.
There's some big attractions.
No, there is. But I
think the Jungle Cruise just takes up a lot of space.
It does. I just feel like a lot of people will just walk right through this without even knowing they're in, like, Adventureland.
That's fair.
You know? I feel like they just kind of they're just walking by everything. All right, Adventureland.
Highlights of Adventureland.
Highlights. Attractions. We got Jungle Cruise. We got Pirates. We've got Flying Carpets of Aladdin. We have the Enchanted Tiki Room. Love that one.
In the tiki
we have
room, in the tiki room.
The Treehouse. Why am I forgetting the name?
Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah. I've still never been on that. Maybe we can go this time with our son. I think he would enjoy that this time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and I've never really done it just because I'm an adult and I can. I just don't want to be
it's just
weird
a walkthrough
like,
thing. Yeah. It's not an actual ride.
It's just a
But
fun
your
way.
highlights will definitely be the Jungle Cruise and Pirates. Those are the 2 most popular rides. Both boat rides that are in this land. Aladdin's carpets are also kind of popular,
Watch out for the
nowhere
camel.
near
The
to
camel
the extent.
spits at you and people don't know that.
Yes, the camel does spit.
Just be warned. You might get hit with some water. It's not a real camel.
But those are the primary attractions in Adventureland. You also will have dining locations. Yes. You have Sunshine Tree Terrace in Adventureland,
Skipper's
which is a little
Canteen.
Little counter service area. Skipper's Canteen is the major sit-down restaurant in Adventureland. I think very good. You bring along, I think you have great food there. A little bit adventurous, which is why Rachel's not the biggest fan, because it is a little adventurous.
Is a little... Not for your picky eaters, I don't think.
But I was very impressed with the food there, and I also love the fact that the carryover of the punny jokes from the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
So,
you also have your Dole Whip
not
stand.
to sleep on. Yep, so you can also get your Dole Whips in Adventureland, too. There's Tortuga Tavern, which is a quick service, which is occasionally open.
Soon to be...
Yeah.
A new Pirates of the Caribbean lounge.
Yes.
That's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Do we have a date for that yet?
I think this year.
But like an actual date?
Officially yet, but this year. I don't know if they've announced an official date. I think it's just kind of like a broad season 2025.
I do want to say, back up a little bit to the entrance of Adventureland, you're going to have a cart that has really, really good spring rolls.
Yes.
Of different varieties. You got like cheeseburger, you got pepperoni pizza, you got buffalo chicken. They kind of rotate through them a little bit, but very, very good.
One of my favorite quick service options.
And it's not even like a quick service. It's literally a cart. But yeah.
Late 2025 is what they're saying with the...
So it won't be there when we're there. So we'll have to go back.
Pirates Tavern.
Well, we're going back in December, right?
Maybe.
Oh, now it's a maybe. A few episodes ago, you were like, oh, we're going twice.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. Now we're back to maybe.
No, whatever.
Anyways, that's why I kind of say this is kind of small, because there's only 2 big rides that people are, flocking to. And there's a few dining locations, but it's a pretty quick walkthrough. I mean, it doesn't take you long to walk right through
Some
the
meet and
land.
greet options here too as well.
Yeah.
Aladdin and Jasmine can be met. So you can meet some characters in that land too as well. There are some smaller scale shops like the shop for Pirates of the Caribbean, which is right off the ride, but not a ton of shopping there either. Really, the big draws for Adventureland would definitely be Jungle Cruise and Pirates.
All right. If we keep walking through Adventureland,
Yeah.
our theming will start to change, and we are heading into Frontierland.
The Great American West.
You know
And in
what?
the Great American West, you'll first come across New Orleans.
I haven't even put that together that it's supposed to be like the West and it's New Orleans.
I think that they're,
I think we're leaning
with the
away
Cars
from
Land
that.
and stuff like that, I think that Frontierland will be more, and I'll be interested to see. It would not surprise me. There is a New Orleans Square in Disneyland. It would not surprise me if they've already kind of leaned in that direction, where that little stand where the chicken sandwiches that you used to used to be, are doing beignets now and stuff like that.
So they might make it a little New Orleans area.
It wouldn't surprise me if that got rebranded
Just a little
as
bit.
a little New Orleans Square kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then, Big Thunder Mountain.
That chicken sandwich doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, well, it's not
gone.
there anymore.
I know,
so.
but just saying.
In Frontierland, major attractions that you're going to see in Frontierland, the two major attractions, formerly Splash Mountain, which even Splash Mountain, we could argue, didn't really fit in Frontierland.
No, it was still the South.
It was the American South.
Yeah.
Not the frontier.
Yeah.
Anyways, the two major attractions, as I said, is going to be Big Thunder Mountain and Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Tiana's Bayou Adventure being the new version of Splash Mountain. So those two rides sit side by side in Frontierland in that back left corner of the park. Do note that if you are visiting Walt Disney World in 2025, you will not be able to get on Big Thunder Mountain. It's closed for a lengthy refurbishment. I'm kind of sad about this, but I think it's going to add some much needed plussing up of the ride. Yeah. Making it a little cooler.
Jazzier.
More like the other Big Thunder Mountains across the world and other parks.
It needs a little sprucing up.
Yeah.
So
those are the two big attractions.
Those are the two big ones.
But you can also go across a riverboat over to Tom Sawyer's Island. Do this soon, folks.
Yeah, it won't be there much longer.
Will not be there. And the...
this is why, 2025 is, the year to go.
And the Liberty Bell, that big paddle boat that goes around Tom Sawyer's Island, will also be closing soon, making way for the new Cars-themed area in Frontierland. So make sure, I think we'll do that this time. I kind of want to go and explore around Tom Sawyer's Island.
Yeah, and I think with little ones, I think you shouldn't sleep on this. I think it, keeps them entertained going in, some little caves and over bridges, and, they're kind of contained in, an area. So definitely cool if you want to, hop over there for 10, 15 minutes, kind of explore. The one thing lacking, I have to say, in Frontierland for me is the whole stretch of Pecos Bills, the arcade, and Country Bear Jamboree.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet over there.
I just
not a lot of
feel like
stuff.
More needs to be done, and maybe
I think that it will with Cars.
I know it will, but I just feel
and
like,
mind you, the arcade has now been transformed.
it's not
No
even there
longer is
anymore.
there the shooting arcade that used to be there. That is now going to be a DVC lounge. Yay for us DVC members! DVC only lounge in the cool club.
They needed another one, especially in Magic Kingdom. I think they needed that.
There's one in Epcot too.
Yeah, it was just kind of boring. I don't know. Just not. You just kind of. It was just a path. People walked by all of these things. You also have the Diamond Horseshoe.
Yep. Which is a sit-down dining establishment.
Pecos Bills,
Pecos
like I
Bills,
said,
as you mentioned, which is not
kind of sit down but quick service. But there's a lot of seating inside. I don't think it's something
and
to
not bad Mexican.
No, I thought it was good when we had it.
For a quick service Mexican deal, it's not the best Mexican food you've ever eaten, but
no, I think
it's almost better than Chipotle. I know some people are not going to like that, but I'm not a huge
it's for
fan.
quick service things. Yeah, no, it's definitely good. And then as we make our way down that Frontierland road, you're going to find yourself next to a big tree.
Oh, no,
The
yeah.
Liberty Tree.
What about the rootin' tootin' good time of Country Bear Jamboree?
I said that.
Well, you
I'm
mentioned
just not
it.
talking about
You
it.
didn't talk about it, though.
No, I didn't, because I don't like it.
Recently rethemed. I want to do this. It's been rethemed.
Oh, I'm not doing it.
A country twist on Disney classics. Can't wait to see it.
I guess I have to.
The Country Bear Jamboree, classic Disney show, animatronics. You got the bears up there singing you.
I think I'll like it better now that it's revamped with like Disney songs and it's not like blood on the ground. Like, it's just awful.
Don't you badmouth Big Al in front of me and not in my presence.
I'm sorry. It's just not very good.
Blood all around.
Like, that's awful to think about.
And
like,
there's a great big puddle of blood on the
like, literally, this is just a drunk bear talking about blood on the... Like, I don't think it's good.
Exactly. Don't you dare
It's not
badmouth
good.
Big Al.
It's not good.
Them are fighting words.
Anyways, you can see it if you want to. I think it's better. People have said they like it a lot more with this revamp of things. I'm moving on now.
Whatever.
I'm moving on to Liberty Square.
It's a tall old tree and a strong old tree.
Okay.
And we are the sons, yes, we are the sons of liberty. Because there's the Liberty tree.
No.
Liberty Square.
Yes. There is a tree.
Yeah.
It has lights on it. Very pretty at night. And you have not much going on here. I have to say.
The big thing.
The big thing you have here is Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion, yes.
Again, I feel kind of oddly placed. I don't... Liberty's, like, I don't know. It doesn't really fit colonial time, but it doesn't...
Yeah, it's an old mansion house. Like.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyways, you have Haunted Mansion. And if you want to include the Liberty Bell boat, technically, I guess that's in...
Yeah, I guess that's Liberty Square
Liberty
more than
Square more than a
Frontierland,
Frontierland. So that port is over there to get on the boat.
Yeah.
You do have a very good dining establishment here. Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yes.
Very scrumptious.
I would say, too, because even Sleepy Hollow, which
I was
is quick
gonna
service,
get
is
there.
also good, too.
I'm just saying sit down first.
But yeah.
You also have a great air-conditioned nap area of the Hall of Presidents.
You're in a fighting mood today, and I don't like it.
Come on. Anyways, go in there and see it. They have some cool historical
Honor
things.
our nation's executives.
Okay, that's fine. But they do have some cool historic, like, things in there. Like
do.
George Washington's clothes or, like, other things like that you can see. And the show isn't that bad. It's not. It's not the American Adventure. I would do that over this. But it's not that bad. Especially if you are a historian or history buff. You like that kind of stuff. But that's really all you got. Sleepy Hollow is a really good quick service.
Edutainment, as they like to call it.
Edutainment, yeah. Sleepy Hollow is another one. Great snacks. Just quick service. Nothing really too crazy over there.
Yeah. And Memento Mori, the gift shop for the Haunted Mansion. Some people miss this because it's not right when you exit the ride.
It's like its own building as you, like, almost turn the corner.
Yeah, across the path even. Across the major, like, byway of traffic.
Yeah. So it's small. It's not big, and it doesn't have, like, a big sign out in front of it.
There's also the Christmas store, too,
the
in
old
Liberty Square.
Christmas shop.
Yes. Actually, the old Christmas shop, but...
Oh, I say ye because the Y is the TH sound.
Yes,
I'm
sound.
so sorry.
Yeah. But anyways, everybody says ye.
Yeah, because it's better. Hear ye. That's what it makes me think of. Anyways,
oh boy.
Let's keep on walking. We're back to the castle, basically, at this point.
More or less.
You're going to keep hanging to the left to go behind the castle, unless you want to walk through it.
Entering into the land of fantasy.
Here we are.
And
Here we
some
go.
of the best themed toilets in the whole Walt Disney World.
We'll get there.
Rapunzel's.
Rapunzel. All right. Major things here.
Attractions. Go.
It's a Small World.
Yes.
Peter Pan.
Yes.
Carousel.
Yes.
Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Stop. You're getting me anxious. Mickey's Fill Our Magic.
Yes.
Are we including...
Mad Teacups.
Okay, but I was going to say, like, are we
Winnie the
including
Pooh.
Dumbo? No?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mad Teacups.
Teacups.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. Dumbo. What am I missing?
I think you got them
all. Is that it?
I think you got them all.
Woo! All right. This is where a lot of your little ones are going to spend the majority of their time. There's a lot of rides, and everybody in the family can ride them. Except for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That has a height requirement.
It does, but it's a pretty low height
It's a pretty low one. It's not too extreme, so it's, pretty good for younger kids. That's a lot of stuff. We're getting into our root of the attractions here. For dining, we have Pinocchio's... I always forget what it's called.
Village House.
Yeah, there it is. You got some flatbread pizza. It's pretty good there. They have some cool seating.
I wouldn't waste your time.
Well, I mean, it's a quick service thing. It's pizza.
Friar's Nook.
I was going to say Friar's Nook has some really good snacks and some tots. Some seasonal things that kind of go through with some tater tots and buffalo chicken and that kind of stuff. You have Gaston's Tavern.
Oh.
You got to eat there.
Oh, the cinnamon rolls. Oh.
He really
Be Our Guest restaurant.
Be Our Guest.
Probably
good
the most popular.
Yeah. Besides Cinderella's Royal Table.
Also, I was going to say, the other most popular, inexpensive,
is Cinderella's Royal Table, and it is all princesses.
And that is actually in the castle.
In the castle.
So
crazy.
People love that one.
And then you have the Storybook Circus area, which is a part of it. Different theming as far as fantasy.
The Barnstormer in Storybook Circus, too. We forgot that one.
Barnstormer. Yeah. Forgot about that one. But yeah, it is still a part of Fantasyland, but it is just circus themed, so it's just going to feel a little separate, but it's still a part of it. If you make your way over, they have that Cheshire Cafe. No, Cheshire something. I don't know. It's near the Mad Tea Party. They have some cool desserts and some cool drinks there. And then already you're going to be moving into Tomorrowland.
Yes.
Crazy.
But do know, I want to point out before we leave Fantasyland, that, these are some of the most popular rides in the park. These are the rides that you want to be on the lookout if you're getting lightning lanes, stuff
Peter
like
Pan's
that
Flight.
for Peter Pan's Flight, especially. I don't know why.
I don't know
sometimes.
why
I love the ride, but I don't understand why the
it.
line is always over 45 minutes, but it is.
It is.
Please do not get yourself a lightning lane for Small World. If the Small World line is over 20 minutes wait, do not wait in the line. Just wait.
Yeah, just
give
wait.
it a few minutes. You can walk on that ride almost any time of the day.
Yeah,
like, don't
just
if
walk
the
by,
line's
come
that
back an hour later,
long,
and then you'll be fine.
Don't bother
don't
at that
do
point.
Carousel too.
You also have some good, time killers here though too in air conditioning. Mickey's PhilharMagic. I like Winnie the Pooh. I think it's great. The Voyage of the Little Mermaid in the back corner.
That's a good one.
Like those are all good rides. And then of course the Grand Poobah, if you will, of them all. Mine Train.
Yeah.
Seven Dwarfs.
I would also not sleep on Dumbo in that play area that they have inside of Dumbo if you need a place to cool off and still let the kids run around and play. Since they added that in while you're waiting, it's been kind of a lifesaver.
In the line, they give you a pager basically, and there's a big play area. So if the line is long, your kid can play in the play area.
And then when you get paged, then you can go ride it. So that's really cool. All right.
Also worth pointing out that in Storybook Circus, that is one of the stops on the Walt Disney World Railroad, and we skipped over the stop when we were in Frontierland. We
skipped over that.
Frontierland, Main Street USA,
Tiana's
and
Bayou.
Storybook Circus in the back part of Fantasyland.
All right, Tomorrowland.
The World of Tomorrow.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh, we're doing attractions first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's
well,
what
you didn't say that first.
I'm sorry, attractions. Tomorrowland Speedway, Space Mountain, People Mover, Buzz Lightyear, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. That's it.
Tron. Hello. Like the biggest thing that people look forward to.
And Tron.
Because we've been doing attractions and like entertainment, I'll also throw in Carousel of Progress in there.
Yes. How could I forget that one?
I don't know. It's like your favorite.
I don't know. It's my favorite one.
And also Astro Orbiter.
I always forget about that one. Because I've never done it.
Up.
And it's up. Yeah.
You have to take an elevator to get up to the ride. Literally, you have to take an elevator.
Yeah. So that one's a little hard to get to. But Lots of stuff going on here too.
Yes.
And some really big ticket attractions.
Really probably the two biggest rides besides maybe
Space Mountain and Tron.
Yeah.
Are really, really big. Dining. We have the lovely Cosmic Rays.
Kapooey.
That Mark doesn't like. You have a Joffrey station, but that's pretty much it.
You have the quick service underneath Astro Orbiter and...
yeah. I always kind of forget because it reminds me of like the coffee shops, but yes, you can get food there. You can get like hot dogs, you can get like little things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot dogs, french fries.
Tomorrowland Terrace.
Yeah, there you go. Tomorrowland Terrace. No, that's not it. Tomorrowland Terrace is that big thing next to Magic Kingdom.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Never mind. Hold on.
That's the one that's only open sometimes?
Yes, that is the one right off of the hub.
Yeah.
Please hold. Your call is important to us.
Again.
The Lunching Pad.
It's
such a cool name. And I forget it all the time.
We just have to go back to all these little ones. But yeah, not too many things as far as, any big dining experiences here. They're all going to be quick service. Yep. They have ice cream at their, there's like a little ice cream parlor type thing. It's pretty much it. You got going on in Tomorrowland. Not a big thing for dining over there.
No. Mostly attractions and also the shopping outlet, the shopping store that is over there is also...
Yeah, that one's pretty popular. That one has a lot of unique merchandise to Tomorrowland and other things like in Magic Kingdom, so it's worth checking out if you're looking for something. Space Mountain also has a really cool shopping store, gift shop, if you would. That has a lot of cool things in there too, Space Mountain themed, and Space Mountain just turned 50. So that's really fun. Happy birthday, Space Mountain.
Happy birthday. Star Traders is the name of the other one that's not connected to Space
Mountain is next to Cosmic Rays.
And kind of across from the Speedway.
Yeah. Then we make it all the way back to the hub.
We do.
We've made it all the way around Magic Kingdom.
We have.
Crash Course. That's it, in a nutshell. Magic Kingdom. All of its attractions, dining, and layout. We can absolutely go in more depth. I think it would be cool to talk about the history of the lands and how they were created and stuff. But
we're keeping it basic because it's back to the basics.
Because that can be a different thing. So, anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this back to the basics.
Let us know if this was enough detail, if you wanted more.
If you let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
You want more. I know
we will do this for the other 4 parks. We can also do this
for
Disney. I'm sorry. There are 4 parks. The other 3 parks that we haven't done. And
if you know anything about Walt Disney World, Springs. You know which one's next. If we're doing it chronological. Yes. Epcot up next.
Epcot on deck.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I think we need to go recuperate. I think we've lost our marbles here. Time to call it quits.
Saying we've lost them
we never
implies
had them.
That I had them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we never had
Just
our marbles or ducks in a row or anything.
Yeah, definitely not.
No. But anyways, Epcot is up next on this miniseries, so keep a lookout for that.
And bear in mind, too, that we are planning for our upcoming Walt Disney World vacation, so more episodes on that with our when we actually pick our dining next week,
and see our availability.
We'll see how we actually did with what we were planning on getting from a few weeks ago. Go back and listen to that episode if you have not yet, so that way you can know how we did. If we get what we're looking for, if we don't get what we're looking for,
and then how we'll
go through that. And we'll also be doing episodes on packing and other prep and lightning lanes and all that kind of stuff too as we prep for our trip here in a few months. Well, folks, as always, please follow us on our social media accounts. If you have any questions or comments, you can send us an email at startswithawish.podcast@gmail.com. Or if you're looking to book your next Walt Disney World, Disneyland, any kind of Walt Disney related trip across the world, you can send Rachel an email at rmello@mickeytravels.com. And remember, folks, it all starts with a wish. We'll see you real soon.
Bye.